Like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. Thank you. We're going to be doing an Apocrypha combat guide. So first, let's go over the controls. So you want to M1 with your M1, and depending on your weapon, this will be a 4 or 5 hit string, and your last hit will give you some end lag. Right click, you can use your heavy attack that has a cooldown you can see in the bottom left, and that'll break blocks if someone's blocking. So let's move on to that. So F to block, you can hold this, and when someone hits you on the left side of your character, you'll see your posture bar fill up. If that fills up all the way, then you get stunned for like a good couple seconds, so you really don't want that to fill up. And to make sure it doesn't fill up, you just gotta hit M1s on them. Even if it hits their block, it takes your posture bar down. And then you can press E, and this will parry. So this parries only heavy attacks. It's not like Deepoken. So the main focus of combat in this game is to hit, block, and hit. You don't use parry as often. You still need to use it, but for certain attacks and when they use their heavy attack. So if you saw this coming, where you hear that sound effect, you see someone go white, then you press E to parry, and that will stun them. For example, this move is parryable. So you have to learn certain moves. That one does not have like an indication that it's parryable, like the heavy attack does, but it is parryable. So you just gotta make sure you're learning which moves are parryable and parrying heavy attacks, and that'll stun them. And now, for some more advanced things, you'll want to get this in your tree, Spell Shield, at least the first level. This just makes it go down slower. But you want to go Arcana, Prowess, Willpower, Resolve, so you have to get all these skills right here, all 4 of these to get Spell Shield. And what this lets you do is it lets you block spells. So you hold G to charge your Magicka, and then you hold F, and this will put a Spell Shield on you, and it lets you block spells. Otherwise, people can just use spells on you and you really can't do anything about it. So make sure to get at least Spell Shield 1 to be able to block spells. And it's got to be, I think, charged to 90% or more to be able to use the Spell Shield. So charge it all the way, block, and then you can block spells with that. Another thing you can do is if someone's running from you, like in Battle Royale, you can dash and then press C to crouch, and that'll let you slide. It has a 5-second cooldown in the bottom left there. So dash, and then dash also has a separate cooldown, dash, control, and then slide. And that lets you catch up a little bit if someone's running from you and they don't know how to dash and slide, then you can just do that. So you can dash, slide, dash. Dash comes back faster, so just spam dash until you get your slide back. And that can help you catch up to people. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show off the basics of combat live. So I'm going to go ahead and queue a classless 1v1. So that way I can just show off the M1s and armor without worrying about my class moves. Alright. Oh, it looks like I got glitched actually. I'm in my own match. Oh, no, never mind. This doesn't say I'm on the leaderboard. But here, I'll show you. So what we want to do is see how he's like attacking like that. So we want to make sure we're attacking in between his attacks like this, blocking when he attacks. And so what we can do is parry him right there because he heavied when he shouldn't have. And he's running away, spamming spells now because he's low. I don't ever recommend doing that. It usually just doesn't work out. And so we want to make sure to block his attack. If he's not going to attack, then we can just hit him in his heavy windup. And he's not going to block ours. Hit him in between his attack again. And so the main idea there is making sure to block his attacks and then hit right after you block them. Because that way, the way it works is there's something called tempo. And how tempo works is it makes it so you attack faster. Each one of you, say you get into a block trade, block, attack, back and forth. Your M1s will get faster and faster, and that's what's called tempo. So you want to build your tempo if you're getting into block trades, but you can also do things where you're purposely breaking tempo. So also I see him casting a spell there, and then I avoid that. So I see I block, hit, block. And what will happen is our attacks will each get faster. So we can do this. And if you're caught off guard like that, I can easily hit him. And you see he's trying to cast things there. And what I can do is block, hit. And then if he tries to use his heavy too close to me, so that's another thing you need to know. Spacing. If he tries to use his heavy too close to me, then I can just hit him. And then it just cancels his heavy, gives me a free hit. and I can just avoid it with my race. And he's doing better this round. But see, block hit, block hit. So that's this tempo gain I was talking about. And it'll go faster. And so one way you can know someone's low is they get slower like that. So when they get slower, that means, I forget the percentage of health. It means they're like 1 tap basically, 1 or 2 tap. And when they're 1 or 2 tap, they get slow and you can just kind of kill them. But, so the premise there, let's cover everything again, is block hit, builds tempo gain, so you attack faster. Sometimes you want to break that tempo on purpose to confuse them basically. So if I'm block hitting, and then I just wait, I don't hit at all actually. Then they might try to hit, you block it, you can dash, do whatever you need to do, use a move, and use that little change up your, be variable is what I'm trying to say. Change up your play style, and if you're variable enough, then it will confuse your enemy and you'll get more hits in. Another thing is spacing. So you saw him there. Say he's right here next to me. He tries to use his heavy. I can just hit him. It cancels it and I get like a free 1 or 2 hits in. What you want to do is you want to hit them with a full M1 combo or a move that knocks them down. So if you knock them down, you want to time your heavy. Time your heavy so it hits them as they're getting up. Because as they're getting up, they can't do anything. And then you can time your hits. Like, so for example, this guy, if I hit him 4 times, and I wait a sec, time my heavy, boom, then he can't get up, right? He can't do anything about that because he's knocked down. So another thing, distancing, timing, and if someone's like this, trying to run and gun, remember, dash, run, all that. So that's the main thing. I can't kill him, I don't know why. But keep your spacing, have your move timing set up. If you have a class, right, that has moves that knock and knock people back, like Veil Spiral. I use this, they get knocked back. You know what I can do is then I can dash into it and then use my Seismic Reap while they're getting up. So you want to time your ragdoll combos like that. Time your heavies with your ragdolls. Keep your spacing so they can't hit you during heavies. Make sure to parry whenever they're doing the heavy attack like that. Make sure to learn what moves you can parry. Like this move you can parry, but there's no indicator, but it's very important to parry that. Otherwise you get instantly guard broken, and that's just a ton of free damage on you. Another thing people will do is dash around you like a fly. Now if you're wondering how they do that, it's in here. So if you go 3 parts down the mobility tree, and then you go to the left, you get Fleet Foot, which I believe it will dodge an incoming attack, boost your movement speed briefly, so it makes you a little bit faster so you can zip around people more. And then the next skill, Footwork, you can use dash again if you dodge an attack with a dash or roll. So once you dodge an attack, it resets your dash cooldown immediately. So you can just keep on dodging, and that's really good. So I think it's a kind of must take on a lot of builds, unless you're like a tank build. Otherwise, I would really consider taking that. I have more skills covered on my skill tree video if you want to check that out. I cover all the skills in the skill tree. So if you're wondering how you want to build your character, what different builds you can make, please check out that video. So another important thing is build crafting, which is your gear, your class, your weapons, your skills. We already just talked about skills and what those can do for you. But you want to build around your race and your sigil. So these can both be re-rolled in the menu. But for me, I choose all healing effects are increased by 30%, for example, right? And I'm a Veskin, so I go Vampire. I put 2 points into Benediction, increasing my healing even more. What Vampire does is it gives you more healing once I unlock these skills. And what I chose is the Crusader armor set. Increases my incoming healing even more. And then with the set bonus, I get an extra 40% incoming healing. And with that, my healing will be insane as a vampire with all these healing buffs. And then I choose the Glassheart Reliquary as my necklace. So this is because I don't really care about my defense, because I can just heal back all the damage I take if I need to, and my damage will be so much greater with this. So you can, on the other hand, you could choose like a Bloodroot necklace, just increasing your physical damage if you want to be safer, but I like to play more dangerous, so I choose less defense but more damage. And then for armor like this, you usually want to take whatever gives you the most health. and I found that to be Tundra. I haven't seen anything higher health, but maybe I just haven't found it. So you want to pick a good armor set for the build you want to go for. So say you want to do more damage focused, you could go Archangels, because the set bonus gives you extra damage, right? But for me, I want more damage and I get it from my necklace, but then I focus on healing for my armor because I'm going Vampire. So you want to think about how all these things synergize together, how your race works, how your sigil works, how your armor works together, how your class works together, and what it all does for you. The main point is synergize with your skills, synergize with your build, synergize with everything. I'm doing an invite event down in the description below in my Discord where I'm giving away an artifact and armor set for the top 3 people who have the most invites in my Discord server. So make sure you're subscribed and join the Discord to get access to that. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate you. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers and it would be much appreciated.